Wow, these whiskeys are expensive. They must be incredible. I guess you gotta spend a lot of money to get good whiskey these days, huh?
Yeah, right. I got four whiskeys today, all under 50 bucks, all taste very good. Let's see what they are. Okay, first up, Teeling Whiskey, an Irish whiskey, and it has been a while since I've had an Irish whiskey on the channel, but this thing is 46% alcohol, comes in at like $30, and it's finished in rum casks. I personally think it's a better drinking experience than the $70 Redbreast behind me, and it is so smooth, and you don't really realize you're drinking whiskey because most Irishes are super smooth, and that's the point. But with this one, because it's also ex-bourbon barrels, it's just finished in rum casks, you get nice oaky, vanilla, nuts, a little bit of dried fruit and some spiciness here, all in an easily drank experience, and I cannot recommend this enough. I've had it a bunch on my stream. I always comment that it tastes like nothing, but that's because I have like after other whiskeys. So I would, if you're gonna have this whiskey, drink it by itself or before the other whiskeys, and you're gonna get a much better experience out of it. But also, 30 bucks, you can't really go wrong. Okay, next up brings us to Scotland, to the Isle of Jura. This is Jura 10. I have reviewed this before. I'm gonna put it up there for you. I think this is the most unique whiskey experience that you're going to have, especially at the $45 price tag. This is a really smooth whiskey at 40% alcohol, and it's finished in Oloroso sherry, but it's matured in ex-bourbon. I think the nose brings you through a nice, wet, earthy, like forest walk, but then when you drink it, you get that Oloroso sweetness, you get some oak, but you also get a little bit of peat in there. This is a really unique drinking experience. I can't really explain it more than that. You have to drink it for yourself. I think it's the funky cheese of the Scotch world, but at $45, it's a good thing to try, and I recommend it for sure. Okay, and our third whiskey takes us back to America, and unsurprisingly, it's the most expensive. But it is only $50, which is great. This is 43% alcohol, and this used to run like 2-3 years ago, like $60. Now that it's $50, that's great. This is a straight Kentucky bourbon, finished in port wine. It's not going to be as quite deep, sweet, delectable as I think the Old Forester 1920 Prohibition is. However, it is a little lighter, but has a lot of that sweetness for you. It's kind of reminds me of like a rye. It's spicy, but also those port wine really brings that sweetness back in. It's really rich and full-bodied, and at 50 bucks, it's really, really nice to get into that bourbon world and not spend like 10 grand on Pappy. Just saying, $50 here, great bottle. Okay, and last but not least, Suntory Toki. Over to Japan. I don't have this bottle on hand, but I have had it. It's $30. 43% alcohol. It is a very solid Japanese whiskey, especially to get into that appellation. It's got some really light, fragrant notes with some ginger, and there is some nice sweet undertones there as well. Like, you're not going to get a whole lot of flavor notes, it being $30 and extremely light, and it is a little ethanol-y for what it is, but it's 30 bucks. It's still a little cheaper than Teeling, and you might be able to find it for like 25 bucks. Like, honestly, it's a very good bottle to like get your feet wet into the wonderful world of Japanese whiskeys. I don't have that many on my channel. I need to get some more because they are really fantastic. The Japanese love their whiskey. So if I can recommend a starter for getting into Japanese whiskey, it would be Suntory Toki. And as always, if you want to support me, hit that sub button, hit that like button. It brings my video out to more people like you, cool people. The more we get, the more cool stuff I can bring you guys. Every Wednesday is Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy these cheap whiskey videos. I'm going to bring more of them out the more that I get, because there is a lot of good cheap whiskey. So I'll see you next time.